Hey y'all, my name is Jess and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be looking at Unlock the Jail Experiment, Season 1, Episode 4. The episode is called Pod Daddy. Ooh, y'all, that tripped me out, okay? Pod Daddy. I was like, what am I getting myself into? Anyway, let's get into this. Okay, so we pick up with Miller getting removed from the K unit. So last episode, that happened because he was making a shank out in the public eye where everybody could see him making this weapon. And that's why I said, like, I feel like he was doing it on purpose so he can get moved, because why would you do that out in open, unless you really not that the brightest crayon in the box. So anyway, so he got removed from the K unit. I don't know if he's going to be able to come back or they just going to put him in another unit, but I'm like, Miller, your action has caused you just a little bit of like a little leeway, but it is what it is anyway. So regardless of his actions, the sheriff did decide to keep the program going, because it's doing well, and that little rotten apple didn't spoil the rest of the rotten apples. They just took it out the basket and tossed it away. So True is happy that Miller is gone. Okay, I feel like everybody in that unit is happy that Miller is gone because they ain't got to deal with him and his shenanigans or whatnot. And they feel like True feels like maybe we can still come together as one, because that's what all he really wants to do is just bring everyone together as a community as a whole. So I'm with True on that. So True is creating. We see True is starting to create some kind of like meal, like a pizza. And I can't remember all the ingredients, but like I remember noodles, refried beans, some other kind of beans, and it's some other stuff. And I was like, ew. And so I was like, that looks so nasty. But True said, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I understand that you gonna make a meal out of something. You gonna make something out of nothing. Okay. And Tiny was amazing. He was like, I've been locked up for a certain amount of time and I ain't never seen nothing like that. And I'm like, I ain't never been locked up, but I'm like, I ain't never heard anything like that. But again, you do what you gotta do. He was amazed. Tiny was amazed by this, but he said he wasn't eating it. And he was like, that meat that he had, that was liver. I was like, ew. But who am I to, tell this man what to eat and what not to eat? That's your thing. That's your thing. Do your thing, big baby. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So then we see True is talking, right? True is talking about how he considered himself a role model. Like he didn't have this when he was locked up, but he wants to be able to give these people what he didn't have. And I can understand that, and I can commend True on that, because he is like taking charge. I will say that he don't feel like he's taking charge, but I feel like he is. He's taking the initiative to try to bring some kind of order, even though we have this freedom, but we still need to have some kind of order so we can keep this freedom. And I appreciate him for that. So he did that. And Mayhem, gave him his props too. It's like, because it's working the way that it should, like us having this freedom. Now, I didn't know we had already flashed to day 13. I was like, dang, y'all doing day 13 and y'all doing really, really well. Keep it up. And by that day, like everything is going smooth. Some of the inmates are working out. Some of them are attending Bible study. Hallelujah. And then some of them are just working on themselves in the addiction classes. And I'm like, that is amazing. I was really, really happy to see that they're doing this stuff to better themselves, and they're not angry, they're not trying to fight or nothing. It's like y'all are actually over there trying to get along and enjoy this, so that's always a plus. And I really, really like that and respected them for, just trying their best, trying to do what they have to do to live in, being locked up. So everyone's doing pretty good for the most part. So then this part happened. The phone situation. The phone situ. So basically you need money on your books to use the phone. I never knew that. So some of them don't have any money. And some do, but some don't have the money. And I thought that was interesting because some of them are not able, like Tiny isn't able to call and talk to his son because he don't have money on his books. And I remember one inmate said $1 can get you 3 minutes. I'm like, dang, that's so sad. And so I remember seeing Crooks was talking about how he be calling his parole officer, but they won't answer him. He's like, they don't answer my phone calls. Like, snap. I guess they don't want to be bothered with him, or they don't have no news or anything like that. But it's like, dang, I'm wasting my money trying to call you. Ugh, I might have to think twice about this. I'm like, I'm gonna just have to write y'all letters because if y'all ain't gonna answer my phone call, I'm gonna just write y'all at this point. Um, but yeah, Tiny doesn't have the funds to call his son. I hate that for him, because I know he really wants to talk to his son. So I'm like, dang, you don't talk to anybody? That kind of sucks. Like, nobody is coming to put money on your books or anything like that. That is so sad to me. But anyway, um, so it's getting to the point where sometimes like people be hogging the phone, and so it's like when it's time for somebody else to come and use the phone, it gets shut down. It's time, the phone is done. Phone time is gone. So you really don't get a chance to call your loved ones or call whoever you need to call, parole officer, lawyer. I don't know, they call lawyers, but they don't get a chance to talk to these people. So the sheriff had a meeting with the chief, right? And he was like, so let's introduce this another perk, which is free phone calls. Boy, oh boy, I said, as soon as they said that man said we're gonna introduce free phone calls. I said them folks they finna be a hoot. They finna have so much fun, but it can go either way. It could be a good thing, but it could also be a bad thing, because it's like, who these folks gonna be calling? And when the sheriff said that, who they gonna be contacting, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, who you calling? Okay, who you gonna be calling? Since you have these free phone calls, who you talking to? And then another thing is like, you have these phones. It's 4 phones and 48 individuals. It might be some tussling going on up in there, only because it's like they're gonna be hogging the phone, and it's free phone calls. You're gonna be hogging the phone, and then somebody gonna be trying to get to the phone, and if you're not getting off the phone in the amount of time that they want you to get off the phone, then it's gonna be some tussling, and then the program gonna get shut down. Okay, it can go either way. But the sheriff believed in his people, and he's like, you know what, let's do it and see what happens. So the chief was like, all right, let's do it. So they did it. So I don't know that lady name, the deputy that was out there. She put the little thing up there, and Ty was over there trying to talk to her. And he was like, she's just not talking to me. So then he went to read the little post what she put up, and boy, oh boy, that man face lit up like a daggone kid in a candy store. Christmas, kids seeing all the little toys up under the Christmas tree like it was Christmas time. He was so excited. And I can understand that, because I feel like they do need to keep them a little bit sane. They need to talk to their loved ones. They need to talk to their friends and family. It does help with your mental to talk to your people. So I really am happy that they did introduce the free phone calls. So yeah, they found out they was having free phone calls, and it just went crazy. Like, they was too excited. I mean, they were super excited. Especially for the people that don't have the funds to make the phone calls, to call their people. That's a blessing for them. That is a real great treat for them. True was saying some people aren't going to want to share the phone, and that could be a problem. That's what I was saying. Like, yeah, some of these people, they ain't gonna want to do that. It could be a big problem. That's why you have to have organization when it comes to this. So like, everybody in line, they trying to use the phone, right? And they see this, they trying to use the phone. So OG Willie, he come up to try to grab the phone. Then this other dude, I don't know this man's name, but he come up and he grabbed the phone. And that sets Willie off, because he was trying to call his who was he trying to call? He was trying to call somebody. The lawyer office. He was trying to call him to get some business taken care of. That's what I was thinking. And and dude, like, they kept going back and forth about it. And Willie, I ain't never seen this side of Willie. Willie don't be saying much. Like, I know Willie. But Willie was like, So Willie was going back and forth with him, and he was going back and forth. And then Willie was trying to call the people. I guess he never got in touch with him, because he was still trying to use the phone and go off on the dude when the dude got off the phone, Like, he literally sitting right there in his face, and they going back and forth. It was interesting. So then, True was like, they got to learn how to use the phone. So he came up with a solution when I was like, yes, this is great. So he said, we're going to make a phone list for each phone, and you put your name, you sign your name or whatever. And I thought that was great. I said, you know what? True is actually I think he would be a great leader. Just because of like how he's trying to put things in place so they don't mess it up. And I was like, that's good organization, or good like planning skills and stuff. Good on him. That's a really good thing for him. So yeah, he put it together, and so far I'm assuming it's starting to work, So then, True tries to get the dude to talk it out with Willie, like, y'all need to talk that out and squash it, because That ain't what y'all was doing right there. That ain't cool. That ain't cool, right? So the dude goes and talks to Willie, and like how grown men should, how grown people should, heck, how people should. They talked it out and they squashed it. So they good. Everybody's great. We all gonna have a great time. We ain't gonna have a great time, but everything is settled. They're great. So I appreciated that. I like that they was able to talk it out and be able to move forward. So then we go to day 16 and we meet Chauncey, okay? So True was up there talking to Tiny and he's like, Chauncey just been on my mind, so he goes and talk to him and Chauncey is facing a life sentence, y'all. I mean, apparently I guess he over there trying to start stuff for people, but he said, I guess he's like, I ain't got nothing else to lose. Like, I'm facing a life sentence. I'm stressed. My mom and my sister, they keep saying it's going to be all right. It's going to work out, but they're not here. And I can understand that as well. I can't understand him being in jail because I've never been in jail, but I can understand the feeling. It's like, you don't know what I'm going through, but nobody wants to keep hearing it's going to be all right. It's going to work out. It's going to work out. It's going to work out when I'm in this situation. But I also understand what they're trying to do, keep his spirits uplifted and, pray and hope that everything will work out. So you keep telling yourself to be positive. It is hard. It is. Especially like this man is facing a life sentence and he's only 20 years old. Only 20 years old. And I think he even said something. He was like, I don't care about nothing in this jail. I don't care. I'm just going to do my own thing. Everybody should be doing their own thing. Like, this don't faze me. I feel like it's coming off as like, I don't care if we lose his privilege or not. Like, I'm over here facing a life sentence. I just don't care. Like, he don't care. And because like, he has a list of charges. And I think he was like, he forgot some of the charge. And I think it was like, the other charges like reckless driving. It was a lot. He had like 6 charges, I think, or 8. 6 or 8. One of them. He had a lot. But then he was talking about how he wanted to be, I think he said an engineer, like he wanted to do like the YouTube, the social media, like the gaming and stuff. I was like, oh my God. And it kind of hurt my heart. I ain't gonna lie. It did hurt my heart a bit because I'm like, you so young and you could do this. And that's what you wanted to do. I really, really would love for you to do that. I think that would be a helpful thing for you to do, for you to be able to get yourself together, get your life together. And I always want the best for people, especially people that want to do right, but you got to want to do right. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that kind of broke my heart when he said that, and he's over here facing a life sentence. I'm like, dang, man, what did you do? I mean, they don't tell us the charges, but like, what did you do? So True tries to talk to him about this program, but again, like I said, he's just like, I don't care. Like, he's just mad. And I would be mad too. I'm over here sitting here facing a life sentence. He's mad all the time because he's going through that. He's just very negative, and it's because of what he's going through. So anyway, we flash to Tiny tries to call his son, right? And he's just it's not getting through. Like, he keeps getting a busy signal and he really wants to talk to him. And like, it did hurt him that he didn't get a chance to talk to him. So with that being said, since Tiny didn't get a chance to talk to his son, he's like, now he's upset. Now he's feeling away. He's angry or whatever. And I feel like he started to take it out on these trays because it really it really wasn't anything too big to get upset about, in my opinion. I don't know. Apparently these extra trays mean a lot, so they wasn't giving the extra trays, and Tiny goes ham. I mean, he is livid. Okay, he is very upset, and he was like, she did that. She the one that got the, like, she didn't do that. She the one to put the order in. Tell her to go get them trays. And now he's starting to blame True and say that it's True fault. True was like, listen, only thing I do is I get the trays and I guess distribute them out. Like, it ain't my fault. I don't ask for these trays because I'm pretty sure if True can get extra trays, he would. And so Tiny ain't even trying to hear that. Tiny's very upset. Tiny is like, at this point, whatever you saying to Tiny, it's just literally not even hitting the ear. I can't even say it's going in one ear and out the other. It literally is not hitting the ear. It's just, it ain't going nowhere. So, they squabble a bit. He's saying his little stuff, going back and forth, and then like a little bit of paw was being thrown a little, and I was like, wait a minute, why are we getting physical here? True over there getting upset. Like, it really didn't have to escalate that far, but I think because Tiny wasn't able to talk to his son, that made him, like, that fed into his energy, and he didn't like it and just took it out on True and not having the extra trays. And I'm still a little confused by that because I was like, okay, so they gave them the amount that each inmate have. I mean, what am I saying? She gave them the trays it's the amount that the amount of the inmates that's there. So like, having extra trays is just a bonus for them. So I was like, well, then you still get to eat, right? I don't know, because I'm like, you still get to eat. Anyway, so yeah, so they wasn't giving that. Tiny got upset, and then Squirrel tries to tell Tiny that like it's not True's fault. Like it's really not his fault. Meanwhile, you got the youngins over there talking about say, see, we told y'all them OGs gonna mess it up. Look who about to mess it up. It's them. We over here just chilling. It really ain't no big deal. That's them over there about to mess it up. I mean, lately the OGs on this episode they've been getting into it with each other. So yeah, hey. Last episode it was the youngest, but now it's the OGs this time. So anyway, so one of the guys is over there talking to True or whatever, and True's roommate is like kind of sitting adjacent to him. And was like one of the guys was saying, you running things, but not like you running everybody, but you're organizing things, and that's what True he was like. I ain't trying to run nothing, and I'm like, True. Now tell the truth. You over there trying to run some stuff. You're not gonna tell them that, but you know what you're doing. But no, I do think I'm just being funny, but I do think that what True really is trying to do, I think he actually is trying to run things, but I also feel like he is trying to make sure everything goes smooth so that way they can keep it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. He took the initiative to do it. So anyway, True's roommate is like, yeah, nah, we from the same hood. We from the I guess like basically, I know True. I knew True outside of this. So, he be in everybody's business and stuff. And that's what the roommate was saying. He was like, you do want to run things, bro. You do. You know what they call you? They call you pod daddy. And that's why I was like, oh, snap. It's True. That's a pod daddy. I am so weak by that. I'm like, not True being a pod daddy. Pod daddy. Pod daddy True. So anyway, yeah, he tells him like, you be in everybody's business. He do though, but think about it, he do. But it's so funny because he was even True said that he be in everybody's business, but then he came back and said, I don't be in nobody's business. Which one is it, True? Which one? Which one is it? What do you really be doing out here? But yeah, so True roommate told him that, and so then True went around asking people, did you say that I be in everybody's business? Did you say I be in folks' business? Because he was asking the roommate, who said that? Who said I be in everybody's business? He was like, everybody. And he was like, but who? Tell me who. He was like, everybody. He never told him who. So then that's when True going around asking, did you say that? Did you say that? Did you say that? I'm like, you really trying to figure out who said that? I guess it really bothered him. Anyway, so we go to day 17, and at this point, the young ones, they're starting not to feel True. Okay, they're like, we're not effing with you at all. Period. We're not messing with you. So apparently, True came downstairs, and I guess like the TV was on like the cartoons, and they was like the youngest were watching it, but I didn't see nobody down there watching. I guess they were watching it from their room. I don't know, but I didn't see nobody down there watching it. So True came and tried to change the channel, and Chauncey wasn't feeling it. They was like, "What you doing, bro?" We're like, "We got this watching." They was like, "No, y'all had it last night." And I'm like, "Oh Lord, now we're gonna have to have a sign-in sheet for TV privileges and stuff like that." Cause what? And literally, like he came and he just changed it, and then Chauncey starts to taunt him, and I'm like, "Oh Lord, Chauncey does not give a crap. He does not care." He started taunting him, and then making like this little pig noise, and so then True was like, you calling me a pig? So True is already upset. True started charging at this man and tried to hem him up. And Chauncey is big, y'all. He's a tall, big dude. And I'm like, I don't know what happened in that cell. I don't know what's going on. But I heard one of them, I think it was True, said, I F with you, but don't F with me, or something like that. I'm like, oh my God. Now, don't y'all cut it out. Please cut it out. And so Eastside and Dre was in there. And y'all, they were so confused because I was confused. It was... watching their faces and then watching them talk about it in the confessional, I was laughing because they just looked like they didn't know what was going on. I was confused too. And so then Chauncey calls True a hypocrite because he's like, you need to practice what you preach. You over here talking about doing this and that, but here you are doing the same thing that you saying we shouldn't be doing. What? So the youngest, they like, nah, bro, we not messing with you no more, True. That's it. And they feel like he gets mad a lot and he's been yelling a lot. I can kind of see that as well. I can definitely see that because we seen it. That's why I can see it, because we seen it. So anyway, moving on. Hopefully True will calm down and realize like, I need you to, you need to chill out. So Tiny tries to call his son again. And then he was able to reach him. I was like, yes. Y'all, I was smiling ear to ear when I saw him talking to his son. I was so happy that he was able to talk to him. I was like, your son, he's 14. He said I think he plays like football or something like that. But He's doing well. His son is respectful. Seems like, he was like, yes sir, I love you too. I was like, oh my god. And just for him to hear that, I'm pretty sure Tiny felt amazing because he was just smiling. He kept telling his son, I love you. And I'm like, oh, Tiny really wants to be there for his son. I hope he does get that chance to be there for his son and be a better person so he don't have to go back in and everything works out for him. But he feels great. Like after talking to his son, that man was on cloud 9, and I would be too. So hopefully, there won't be no more like I'm about to nuck if you buck with True or anybody else. Because the day before, a few days before that, that man was ready to just. I think if he would have talked to his son that same day, I think the extra trays wouldn't have mattered to him. I think he would have been full off of just talking to his son. Anyway, so then we move on to day 18, and this is like towards the end, and True is talking to like another inmate, and the inmate basically is, I don't know this man's name. I think his name was K3 or K2. Maybe it's another person. I don't know. But he was talking to him, and the inmate was telling him like, you talk a lot. I think you just need to be more humble because like the youngest, they're not effing with True right now. Okay, they ain't got nothing else to say to him, and so True was like, you know what, I'm done. Next time something needs to get done, y'all do it. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna sit back, relax. And I'm like, okay, True. I think you're kind of really being a little bit petty because people are calling you out and they're saying what they don't like or saying what you're doing, and you don't want to hear it. I think that's what I think. I think he ain't really trying to see where they coming from or trying to understand where they're coming from and trying to look at yourself. I think, yeah, I don't think he's trying to take accountability for what he is actually doing to these folks. Because if these folks was in there watching TV, I didn't see them, but if they were watching TV or whatever, I think you could respect that and let them watch and just say, okay, so when y'all done with it, I'm going to change it to what I want to watch or whatever it was. I'm not sure. But then I also feel like it was some people that did, like his roommate, True's roommate, said that people was talking about him saying, what did I say? He said that he be in everybody's business. He do though. He do. And I think that he just need to take accountability for that, but he's not gonna do it. I've seen that in a few episodes before. He wasn't trying to take accountability for stuff, but it is what it is. Hopefully he's out there taking accountability and listening to people because he wants people to listen to him. Okay, well, you got to do the same as well. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and leave your thoughts, opinions in the comments, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.